All right, everybody. This is I Am the Weed of God, joined here by Shambler to show you a match between Aud64, who is our Blood Terran, spawning in on the left side of the map, against Shopkeeper Dog, who is our Turquoise Ascosi. And we're playing on, what's the name of this map? River Styx?
Delta 6.
Delta Styx. Tell us a little bit about this map, Shambler.
This map is a Shambler map, as you could tell by the thematic naming. One of my most or more experimental maps. It's a
That's saying
X
something.
mirror map. It's an X mirror map, so everything's mirrored along the X axis, right? And you kind of hook out of your base, and if you go south, there's a billion free bases that you can take. Um, but there's a very direct top path where you go down some high ground onto a mega ramp, and that's like directly into the enemy base. Or you can hold that ground, go south into a macro game where there's a more defendable third ramp.
I gotta say,
Actually, two.
I'm actually having memories when I first joined this server and started playing Cosmonarchy. I was playing Z at the time, and this is where I met Cannoli for the first time, and he utterly bullied me on this map, and I still have nightmares about it. Interestingly enough, Shopkeeper Dog is doing something that I do think is feasible for the Scozy. He went landlocked first before his first raid X. The only problem with that is that Aud has the forward position on his fulcrum, and I think it's very likely to see some horrific uh, vulture harassment.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, this vulture's coming right on out. The radix isn't even up. It's not training anything. The landlock is still going. So it looks like it's gonna be Pilgrim Micro to save the goddamn day because he is coming for him.
yes, and I will say, Aud and Shopkeeper Dog, they're no strangers with each other. They meet in tournament. They play a lot of practice games. Sometimes Shopkeeper Dog, he memes a little bit. I'm not sure if it's when he's frustrated or maybe he's bored, and I'm not sure if in his mind this was one of those meme games. Hey, why are you making me play this cursed Shambler map? Fine, I'm gonna go landlock first, and he's got a second landlock next to his radix. Okay,
The missionary's up. The
what?
vulture did not jump up the ramp. He kills the proselyte that comes out. So again, this has been a worthwhile raid so far, but it's not going to be as crippling as perhaps we thought because this radix, this landlock, if it stays up, and our Ascosi manages to hold and repulse the Terran, will allow him to close the worker gap very quickly.
Yeah, I think it's worth
It just
pointing out
depends how
that
these mind hits go.
Shopkeeper Dog actually went landlock first, into Radex, into landlock before his next Radex. So, yeah, this
Using the eyelet to pull back the stunned units is actually genius, though. Save that proselyte. Now, the landlock is going to have a tough time. There's that landlock we were talking about. We have a landlock versus anchor fight. We're going to see how it goes here.
nice
The
jumps.
Cyclopses are in the anchor, but the self splash is a double-edged sword here.
Those beautiful drops from those proselytes, spreading that impact dissipation, blocking hits, speeding up attack speeds. And I'm actually very impressed that Shopkeeper got that much done off of this pressure. Will he
Oh
save
my
the
goodness.
landlock?
Oh,
No.
the landlock goes down. So now the Scozy is in rough waters. He's behind on workers. He's getting brutalized. Oh man, but again, we don't have the base from Eud quite yet. He hasn't dropped it. Okay, now he drops it. There's still hope for our boy. It is going to be a tough one. We have Radix, we have double landlock in the main. So again, these worker counts are misleading here. We're going to have a 3 worker production queue, allowing the Ascosi to greed back in if he can just stabilize, and it looks like he is.
And just think of all the money he got back because that pilgrim got a hit off on one of those Cyclops. So 1/3 of their value was salvaged back to the Ascosi. Nice move. Uh, Shopkeeper Dog has switched back into pilgrim production. He does want to get caught up. He knows he's behind in workers. No other tech to speak of. 2 Radex. Meanwhile, Aud, he's still pumping off of the 2 Falk. He's decided to switch gears and set up a defensive position. And his natural base is 3/4 complete.
It's going to be an interesting one. We have a third Fulcrum coming on the way for our Terran, and we have a respectable Ascozi number, set basically double the Terran supply here. We have a star pad coming, so we can expect some drops likely out of EU. Cyclops drops, I expect, will be quite devastating on the Pilgrim lines if a Chantry is not set up there.
See,
Otherwise, it looks like we're transitioning into a more standard macro game after those opening slug outs. I don't know. This kind of reminds me of PvP Nexus first out of the Protoss in Base Brood War. The building of the static D right in the greeting Taz's face, the forcing of them to be pulled back. You're trying to kill the Nexus to even out the game. That was a lot of deja vu going on there.
I think it's worth pointing out that now Shopkeeper Dog's army's been cloaked by the Chantry, and he's decided it is time to go out and poke. Now, the first ant seal is actually being built right now, and it's likely it's going to pop out shortly after this army arrives or directly at the same time, so it's very interesting. Meanwhile, Aoud is scouting around with his 2 vultures just to see what he can see. And Shopkeeper Dog either doesn't know the map, which is possible, or has decided to check for a third before moving up. Oh, maybe he was just positioning his army into a nicer concave. And the ant seal is there on time. And at this point, that is an insurmountable position. There's too much splash damage on that choke. Shambler, please fix.
Well, no, that's actually one of the map's defining features, that you can hold that high ground and then you can pull back to your choke at the cost of your third. That's the idea, at least. And then you get a fourth if you're ballsy.
Now, as I mentioned in a previous cast where Shopkeeper had pioneered the tech where you try to get away with as little Radex as possible, maybe 2, and you get up to that tier 2, that tier 3 as quickly as you can. But now it seems like he's been trying a new angle. He's been going up. I've seen him sometimes putting up 10 Radexes. He's making use of those Cardinals. They can jump on the Cyclops, damaging them with the self-splash, giving the armor pen, and the Cardinals have sustain. They gain life to themselves, and I believe the units around them when they attack. So we're seeing him exploding into Radex. He's going double Cosmoscope. He has an Ink Blot coming out for some detection, but also it can hijack enemy units. So Shopkeeper Dog is playing perhaps a new style and something interesting that we are going to see. But as you predicted,
I'm really astounded by the lack of Vicar on screen right now. I feel like that's such a core Scozy unit, but I feel like there is potential for the Cardinal play against Cyclops in particular. So I'm interested to see where this goes. We have the Terran still in a defensive formation, but he's looking to gain tempo back with drops. So it's going to come down to how the Cyclops splash on that mineral line, I think.
Okay, so there's something interesting going on. So Aoud is going up to tier 2 at this point. He has finished his Atlas, and he's putting 3 captaincies up. So we are likely going to see some reclaiming units. We're going to see more of a mobile play. He did add the scrapyard, and he's been pumping blackjacks. And he is going up to 3 Trojans. So yes, this could be a meme game. We will see, but it's looking like there's a doom drop in the works. Meanwhile, Shopkeeper Dog is just pumping out ink blots and going up to a 3rd
base. 2 base, tier 2 captaincy. That is a hell of a build out of Aoud, I'm gonna say. Reminds me of his early TVT attempts where he would always 2 base tier 2 versus my Cyclops spam, and it would come down to me having like 5 bases and him fighting his way across the map while I'm just throwing Cyclops to slow him down.
Well, Aoud has still not opted to take a 3rd base, but he has gone up to 3 captaincy, and he's added on a mantle, which is now finished. The first Cataphracts is being built, and we have 3 Cosmoscopes. We have a few ink blots scattered around. It looked like he had been building more, but I don't see where they are. Shopkeeper Dog, however, is... Oh, there they are. There's 4 of them. And
we have a guild hall on the way. We're going to see Olympians and freaking autocrats.
Oh, he wanted
Here
to
comes
hijack.
the drop, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is brutal. That's so many blackjacks. He can probably kill the landlock. Oh, he hijacked. There is no escape for these for these goddamn blackjacks.
Meanwhile, Ayud's
Cloaked
pushing into
hijack
the
is
third.
actually crazy.
Yeah, he tried to catch the Trojans before they unloaded, but he wasn't able to. Meanwhile, Ayud has pushed out with the remainder of his army. He's going to be destroying the third. Shopkeeper's army is back home cleaning up the drop. This landlock will go down. What is he making in response? He's making missionaries and ink blots. These two guys, they're just having some fun here.
I would love if Shopkeeper just scoops up those his units after this fight and sends them back in the Trojans, living up to the name.
The Inkblot has captured a Cyclops and a Blackjack. How much does an Inkblot cost?
Too much for that to be worth it.
His one Cosmoscope's not finished as well. He probably accidentally pulled a worker off of it. An unfortunate issue with the Ascosi is you can just grab a worker and right-click move command, and they will stop building. So it happens to the best of us. And
33 to 56 workers though is looking bleak for our Scozy player. He's betting on containing the Terran while he gets his third back up. So we have a big fight coming. The tier 2 is on the field against the all tier 1 Ascozi. We're going to see if these autocrats are any good in this matchup. We have a reclaimed Inkblot fleet. We have reclaimed men, reclaimed lizard men.
He's taking units back that Shopkeeper Dog stole.
Oh my god.
And Shopkeeper.
Oh my god, it's like just double the army now. That Ascozi army did nothing. The Apostle. What the? Oh man,
dear.
that was so one-sided.
Yes, Shopkeeper Dog's army unfortunately was trickling in a line, and it just met the kill wall. And now the army is going to decollide all over itself. It's the Ascozi enmeshed with the Terran. It's cybernetic Ascozi that hijacked Terran that were killed and then resurrected back to the I've kind of lost track at this point.
We have nothing in production out of Shopkeeper except 2 ink blots. I think he was stunned psychically by
He's got 5 ink blots
by that match. I feel like death is at the door right now. I don't know why it's taking our dear Ascozi so long to say GG.
Well, you wanted to know why a match had a good length on a crazy Shambler map, and we're finding out. It's definitely a couple of guys having fun. Hopefully, Shopkeeper Dog never finds out that we casted this match, or he'll never give me another tip behind the scenes.
He's just
Ascozi again.
Ink blotting randomly. I am so confused here. This is brutal.
Let's watch that instead.
He's going Terran. He's building a ministry. What the hell are we witnessing? Oh my lord!
And here comes 5 more ink blots. Unfortunately, you do lose
workers?
the ink blot. Oh, he's taking 5 bases.
What are we looking at?
I think Ayud's wondering the exact same thing.
I can't believe that this is real. No, he's moving. His game is not busted.
I think Ayud's brain was busted, and he was just simply staring back into space, wondering what was going on.
This is a crime. This is a crime against humanity, against lizarddom.
Against lizard kind. Shopkeeper Dog, you know, was a notable Terran, one of probably the best Terrans in the server, before switching race to the Ascozi and pioneering a lot of what we do. And now he has switched back to Terran in the middle of the match.
No GG, but we do get a Drats.
Drats. Well, it was close, Shopkeeper Dog. You love to see it. And that has been Ayud64 versus Shopkeeper Dog. Thanks, Shambler, for hanging out and for finding that gem.
It was a pleasure and a painful watch. GG.
GG.